here in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the...
I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. He for the blank and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking nothing from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's spouting. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching that, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. Not really who the panel shows. Put my name up like...
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Taylor. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. The Giants had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
On first down, it's Taylor. Over the middle, complete. It's Hudson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Play action, now Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. Past the 20. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Back to the air, Taylor after the pick six. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
19 right. Check.
Taylor. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Fields going to keep it running left. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Bears and the Giants both looking to improve their passing games in 2022, that's for sure. Last year, the Bears ranked number 30 in the NFL in passing yards. The Giants actually one spot worse at number 31. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Taylor buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith, as he gets the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. And the tackle there by Micah McFadden.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now Fields. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 6-0 our score after 1. Fields on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeaux in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So his first sack of the game at CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice. Or maybe even routes versus air. Because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
3rd and long. It's Fields. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. This time Taylor will throw. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Play action, it's Taylor. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Darnay Holmes, the one to bring him down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
First down, and they'll try to run the option left. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll run with Montgomery. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They can really use some momentum before they head into halftime. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They go play action with Taylor. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but it left him no room to run as he goes straight out of bounds. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. As hidden yards, it may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready, set.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
79 Broncos.
To throw is Taylor. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Fields trying to throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Another try after the 1st down sack. Taylor. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Taylor. He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Hudson. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Taylor to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. To throw again on second down. Taylor. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On third down, Taylor. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Here we go, check.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bears will get the football back. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their 38, they'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
First down for Byron Pringle, and he's a smart gamble by the Chicago Bears. They saw a guy put up 568 yards last year, and he was buried in Kansas City's depth chart. They do believe his ceiling is much higher as a full-time starter, so they brought him in on a one-year deal to see if he's a long-term answer for their team.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
From the 50, here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
To throw is Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Taylor on 1st down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3.
19. 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. Cowboy 80. Traveler.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Check man.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
They go play action now. Taylor. That's caught by Galladay. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 42 yards.
Rambo 80. Rig alert. Hey, check that. Street.
Barkley. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. A shotgun snap, Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Fields. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now it's Taylor. Little out route here, complete to Shepard. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Panther 11.
Now Taylor. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Taylor. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Hurt. 7 Lions. 18 Rattlers.
Taylor. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll be out right at the 35. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And some room to roam now. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. They'll try to run wide side with Montgomery. They find some open field here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. This ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment.